All right, so I'm kind of back where all the fun began this morning. And, it was a typical day. Like, once I got down into the valley, we were off and running, and here we are several hours later. Some stuff got done, some stuff got discussed, life happened. And here I am trying to put it all together. I do need to go backwards through a list. Rabbit, turtle, cardinal, fox, pig. That's backwards from this morning. It's interesting to me that there are only 5 that are standing out. But that's because we also had Richard the Gnome today. And Richard the Gnome was a grand experience. This is, that's number 5 I took notice to. I'm currently counting the number of properties for sale on my drive, just out of curiosity, partly because of Richard the Gnome. So Richard the Gnome comes along, and I kind of sensed something was coming, and it was just random dialogue. There was talk about selling my car, $500. And seriously, for a moment I paused, only because I was trying to figure out if I trusted the universe enough to sell this dude my car right then and there. I seriously thought about it, because I do need to do something different, and sure, why not? Oh no, here we are back where all the fun began. This was the spot. And so the conversation from there was just random. Like, I kept trying to leave and he wouldn't let me leave. But here's what you got. All right, so here's what you got to know. I come down the hill to a T in the road. There's a guy sitting on the guardrail across the street at the T. Just chilling there. I've seen him there before when the whole mask thing kind of started. I saw a cop talking to him about he's outside, he's got to have a mask on. Whatever. Or whatever they were discussing, I assumed the best. So I'm pulling down and I take notice to him and I'm like, oh, there's dude. Hey, dude. And all of a sudden he's putting his hand up and he's waving, and I kind of waved back, and I could see he wanted to say something. Didn't know if he was going to ask for a ride or just comment on something, because, this is the stuff that happens in my life. So I'm down. I'm pretty open. I was feeling pretty open then, so I put my window down. He starts making his way over and he calls out, I'll give you $500 for your car. $500, I thought, well, I can't sell it, but I appreciate that he took an interest in it. And so we chit-chatted a bit for a bit about that and about cars, and he told me about some mechanic up over the hill. And all right, so here's number 6. Somewhere in here. I know it exists. There it is. That's the one I want right there. That's the one I want. Then the next thing I know, he asked where I was from. I told him, I talked about, like, I wasn't born in the area. I just recently moved there, and he started talking about the properties right there along the road, and he was telling me this person that, and that person this, and this way. And he made comment that he can pretty much learn whatever he needs to know about somebody by pulling the deed. He just kind of rambled on. I was having trouble following along, but I was also fascinated by the content of the conversation, because it's so random. His cousin works for some sort of place, just bought a house right down the road, like a $500,000 house for $300,000, and he works for some company. He kept saying he's the financing company. It's financial mortgage, something. He kept saying those 2 words, financial mortgage. I was like, all right. So now you have to understand, I don't get creeped out, I don't get bugged, and the whole reason I went out on this venture is because it's been my experience that when it comes to random folks like that and folks with a certain energy around them, one of 2 things is possible to happen. One, it is not a person. And you're about to take a trip. Or 2, it is a person who just happens to be in the right state of mind that they're open enough to be touched by the spirit realm and messages come through. So I was listening, and I'm not saying there was anything definitive or clear or like this is, even prophetic. It was information, and it was interesting information because there has been a theme of like real estate and purchases, and like I've always been fascinated by real estate, so I'm always glancing at properties for sale, but I am just really, really taking notice to them more and more lately. And that's also fascinating because there's number 7, which is also cute. Of course, my concept of cute might be a little extravagant for some. Anyway, that's a cute 30,000 square foot house. And it's cute and quaint. Dude, And that is also interesting that there is such a theme and such a... Anyway, so I'm just taking notice more lately, and it's interesting that that's such a theme and such a potency right now, because I'm reaching a point where I'm starting to process through, and I can feel it, and we're gearing up to the living circumstances changing. I don't know what that means. Anything can happen and nothing is as it seems. If, for instance, something should happen and Hoagie should decide that he's ready to upgrade number 8 and move on from the dormitory to something better and more suitable for his life than Lion, then I would do my best to try to snag that apartment, because I'm there and I'm comfortable and it works for me and I don't hate the area and I think I could afford it. So I'd be down with it for a while. It would be a good little something. If that doesn't happen, and that's more than likely the situation, that's a random, like, whoa, talk about tides turning in your favor, right? Like, that's just one of those crazy things. Not impossible, but not probable. So in that likely event that it doesn't happen, I need to find something and move on. And that's part of like what this whole cave process is right now. I'm cleaning up and organizing, and that's what I was telling the putter. Like, everything's just kind of coming together and being grouped so that not only when I get a chance to do some serious working, I can work quickly and easily because I can find everything, but also so that when the time comes and there is a move, everything is packed up, organized, and even the stuff that is in the process of being used is going to be quick and easy to pick up and move to the next location and settle right in. I feel fortunate and blessed that I have such an opportunity to do as much, like to really work through it slowly and kind of, because every time I go down, some stuff goes down because it's deemed unnecessary at the dormitory. And as I'm getting stuff cleaned up and organized in the cave, I can store certain things there easier. Like, I have construction cones, traffic cones available that I want to put up for sale, and I have the pictures. I just haven't done the posts, but they're just sitting around. They don't need to sit around. I can do the posts whenever, A, and B, when I need to pick them up to deliver them to whoever might buy them, I can do so. So they're out of there. But I also come back with stuff that maybe I could use at the door for something that I'm like going through. Like my next big project, I just did some computer files and I have a lot more to go, and I certainly have pictures and videos to go through, but that's neither here nor there at the moment. That's just a nightmare waiting to happen. But I also have all my discs, movies, CDs, stuff from Just Us, blanks, computer disks, and they're all kind of just thrown about right now because of different circumstances along the way. Things got shifted, stored in different things together for different reasons, and and now I'm kind of like, that's my next big project, is I want to at least get them put back together in a way that makes them workable, so that when I can start working through them. And it doesn't have to be now. That's one of those things, like even after a move happens, that can take place. Like, I'm not in dire need for my movies because I have, I think, almost every streaming service available at this particular point for some reason or another. And the same with my CDs. And not only do I have Spotify, but I just found on a hard drive all of my music that was stored on the computer that is not working. And so now I have my entire music collection as it was digitized, and there was still more to digitize. That's another reason everything's all willy-nilly with that, was because I was in the process of trying to transfer all of my music to the computer. So yeah, that's where we're at. That's what's going on, and it looks like I'm going to have a walk to the dormitory. Parking's been a bear since all of this stuff began, and it looks like, unless that's a spot right there that I can squeeze into, I'm going to be doing some serious walking. Let's go up here and see. Nope, can't go there. So let's go up here and see what's happening. Can't go there. Is there any place I can squeeze into? Sometimes you come along and you're surprised at what you might find. I might be able to get in that spot. We're going to try. That would be beautiful. We're going to go up here and turn around. What's up? So yeah, like, and again, it's easy. Like, I'm not doing anything. That was one of the, whatever I didn't touch on. I know I did observation, and I'm not sure if I said theme or lesson, but this is the other one. But put all the pieces together. Like, again, I guess that goes along with use the resources. Like, everything is coming together piece by piece, bit by bit. And I just, instead of stressing it, I'm taking it as it comes, and it all seems to fall into place, precise and perfect. So all I seem to need to keep doing is what I'm doing, which is show up and do my day. All right, let's see if I can squeeze in this spot. I have definitely, in my time on the Hill, I have most definitely evolved as a parallel parker. I'm not perfect, and there's a lot of spaces I probably could squeeze into that I am still not willing to try. But I have definitely, I used to shy away from it. Like, I'd go out of my way to kind of avoid it, and now I'm just like, whatever. I can get in there. Sometimes I found out I was wrong. So that's all the news that is the news. I didn't do an official opening because I wasn't sure what was going to happen, but and I guess I can go and record one in hindsight. But I think this is the way the post happens this week, because this is just the way life has been, and I don't foresee a lot of time to sit down and write in the next few days to keep up with a Sunday post. So a post by any other name. If you're not already there, please go to the Welcome to My Life Facebook page, WTML, or the YouTube channel, Welcome to My Life. You can also go ahead and check us out on Wix. It's the new WTML 09 on Wix site. Wherever you are and whenever you are, please like, comment, and certainly share. I'm sure if you're reading this, there's got to be someone every so often you think of might be like, hey, they might appreciate this little bit of humor or that little spiel, or share it. Let people, hey man, maybe you like this, and just kind of help put us out there. Spread the word and spread the wealth. So without hesitation, for now and for always, from here in Geistopia, this is your beloved Rev and Walt on Stock and Johnny and those guys, saying stay tuned in, fellow travelers, and wishing you peace, love, light, and freakishness, baby.